Jordan Boeheim, Jared Stansberry. It's Jared and J-Bo on Iowa Everywhere. This is Iowa Everywhere.
Yo, what's up, dude? I remembered to mute my headphones this time for the first time all year. So that
Thanks for the heads up.
You're welcome.
I gotta
now
know
I
at
can't
this
hear
point.
you.
I do it every fucking week.
Every week, dude. Every week. I don't know how long this episode of the podcast is going to be because I'm already tired of hearing myself echo inside this scary hotel in Kansas City. This place is haunted, dude. I'm already 100% convinced that this place is haunted. And everything, like my voice bounces 10 times. I can just feel it every time I talk right now.
I don't think that's your voice. I think there's some people, some ghosts in the room with you.
Probably some spirits. Did you see the picture I put on Twitter of what the hallway looked like outside?
I'm just confused on like the meaning behind why they just put a bunch of shit in one of the hallways.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're doing some remodeling or something right now. So they are just piling stuff out there, And it looked like it was supposed to be covered up, but it obviously wasn't. No, it's all good though. I mean, it is what it is. It's one night, I'll just have to deal with it. It just might be if I don't get any sleep, it's probably because the ghost just tormented me the whole night.
I don't know. That thing looks creepy, dude. Like you actually look like you're in a prison right now. I don't care how I say you're nice your room is. You look like you're in a prison.
This is not even the room. This is the side room. This is the office at the front.
Oh wow, you got a nice
It
little
has a
office?
fridge and a couch. It has a fridge and a couch. That's it. And the desk. Well, I guess this is more like this is a card table, basically.
Do you have a nice kitchenette in yours or what?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Nice.
I mean, it's like down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're good. See? Fancy. Man, what's been going on in the last couple of days?
I made the move to Des Moines, so I'm excited for us. I think next week we're planning to get together and do a live in-person podcast, but it's a cool city. I'm surprised how big West Des Moines has gotten. I haven't been here probably since, I don't know, like 7th, 8th grade for like state basketball tournaments. Like it's crazy how much West Des Moines has grown.
Yeah, dude. It's just wild how much Des Moines in general has grown. I lived in Ankeny when I first moved down from Ames, and that how much that place grew in just the couple of years that I lived there was insane. Like it just is. It is growing in all directions, and just to see there's so much more like cool stuff to do too. It's not just, I don't know, like going to the mall or something like that. There's all kinds of cool stuff to do.
I'm like literally down the street from Jordan Creek. I need to go. I haven't been there forever too. But like this area, dude, like it is insane how much none of this was here like 5, 10, 15 years ago. It's absurd.
Yeah, it's wild. Did you feel good not having to watch an Iowa football game this weekend?
I don't know.
Did you get anything accomplished in like without the misery of having to watch Iowa's offense?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if it's better not to watch a football game at all. Your team doesn't play this week or lose on national television. I don't know which one.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's not a dig at Iowa State because Iowa State did do that too, but Iowa's been doing it, and it's not a better feeling. But it's not a good feeling to not just watch your team at all.
It's okay. They're on Big Noon kickoff this week, aren't they?
Yeah, again, it's their second time.
Against Ohio State, right?
Yep, number 2 Ohio State. I think the line was plus 22, I think.
Are you gonna ride with them?
Dude, I don't see them getting blown out, but I don't know. I said that against Michigan. They made it a little closer at the end of the game, but
are you gonna bet the over?
Fuck no.
I wonder what the number even is. I don't even know what it is.
It was like 45 or 49. I can't remember. It's pretty high for Iowa game.
I was gonna say at that point you almost have to assume that Ohio State put up a bunch of points and Iowa didn't.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
the thing,
uh,
Ohio State has a pretty good offense. So I think they put up
yeah,
what they played last week, didn't they? They put up like 55, I think. I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe
they're
they
usually
didn't.
pretty good. They're usually pretty good over there. I don't know if you've noticed.
It's the Big Ten schools, you know. You don't see a lot of them in the Big 12.
I suppose so. Uh, man, did you watch the Tennessee Alabama game on Saturday?
Absurd. I loved it. Loved it.
What an
Did you
atmosphere,
see?
dude. Yeah.
Did you see? There's like a wedding in Tennessee, and there's this. The bride and groom were getting introduced, and they just like they had at one of the tables. It went viral on Twitter, but one of the tables they had the game set up on their phone. And there was two guys, and like they were going crazy before they got like introduced the bride and groom. So everyone turned around like, "What the hell is happening?" And they're watching the Tennessee Alabama game. Dude, I wish I would have went to that game. That looks everyone's smoking cigars after the game. That was just a straight vibe.
Dude, imagine if you got a wedding invitation for the week of Alabama, Tennessee.
Well, it's the same thing. Chris had a wedding during the Iowa State game, right, this year,
Yeah, he
and
did. Yeah, that
and he
was in
missed
North
it.
Carolina, though. Yeah, it was in North Carolina, though. So, but I mean, even then, like, if someone sent me a wedding invitation and it was one of those Saturdays that, your school is playing somebody big, I'd be like, no, I'm not.
It's hard. Well, let's say it's your
I'm
best
not
friend.
going to your wedding. Yeah, I mean,
What you're in the wedding. It's
I
your
was
wedding.
the,
Let's say it's
I
your wedding.
was. Well, I'm not getting married in the fall. I mean, that'd be a pretty stupid thing to do. But no, I was the best man in my buddy's wedding, and that was the same day that Iowa State was supposed to play Kansas and Lawrence, but then the game got canceled because of COVID. The year that Iowa State
But you still went.
uh, went 0-18 in the league. No, well, yeah, I went to the wedding. I didn't go to the game. The game got canceled, so it didn't matter either way. But yeah,
But if the game wasn't canceled, were you been at the wedding?
yeah. I mean,
Oh, okay.
Iowa State was like 0-8 in the league, and they ended up going 0-18. So it's like I that game was completely unimpactful.
So are you saying you're a fair weather Iowa State fan?
No, I'm just saying that if in that scenario, I don't feel like anyone could hold it against me that I didn't go to the Iowa State Kansas game in Lawrence if I had to go to my best friend's wedding and be the best man. Like, I don't think anyone can question that.
What I am, from my point of view, I'm getting at through the thick and thin of your team, you don't have their back. That's what I just heard.
All right. Fair enough.
Am I hearing wrong, or was that right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't need to defend myself to you.
Ooh,
I was one
this,
of the few people that was at almost every game for that team. Was at every home game for that team that
but
went
not
0-18
everyone.
that season. Yeah, because I wasn't going to go to Kansas.
You're gonna miss a Kansas game.
And it would have been pointless to go to a game at Kansas during COVID. Like, what? There'd be nobody there.
It would be
It takes away
pointless.
from. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be pointless. I'm going to look up what the score of the game was when they did play it.
I think if you went, the outcome changes.
Mm, is this the right game? Oh yeah, this is the right game.
2020.
Yeah, Iowa State lost 91-71.
But I'm saying if you went, would there have been a different outcome?
When they lost 91-71.
Yes, if you were there, would there have been a different outcome? It's like when you're at the blackjack table and you're on a heater and you just say you're done. That what if factor, like what if I would have stayed for a couple more hands? Would the outcome of my night changed? Would the outcome of that game change?
Didn't you play against that team?
Who? I didn't
That
play against
2019,
Kansas.
that 2019. No, I'm saying the 2021 Iowa State team
I did.
that went
They almost,
0-18,
yeah,
0-18.
yeah, I did.
Do you think that my presence would have made a difference? I was at the game that you guys played.
What? Last year?
No, that year in 2020, the 2020-21 season, when Iowa State went
Oh, you
0-18,
did?
I was at that game. Yeah, when you guys played
Oh.
them. Yes. I did not go to the game at Kansas because I had gone to the game in Iowa City and I said, I don't know that I'm going to need to make many road trips with this team this season.
So you gave up on the team.
No, I didn't give up on the team. I kept covering the team. But why would we allocate our resources there? Especially after we had just gotten done covering a team going to the Fiesta Bowl in football and had gone to a bunch of different places. Gone to Dallas, we'd gone to Stillwater, went to Phoenix. I'll save the money for the trip to Lawrence and go be in my best friend's wedding instead. I think that everyone should just be able to accept that, including you.
All I'm saying is, what if they would have won?
What if?
What if you would have stayed at that blackjack table? What if?
Would you be one of the guys that's up on the goalpost trying to tear the goalpost down if you rush the field at that Alabama-Tennessee game?
If I was a normal student, or if I was Jordan Boeheim?
I mean, yeah, if you're just a normal student, I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
I
would assume that you have no reason to be at the Tennessee game yourself, rushing the field. So, like, obviously, yes, this is a hypothetical scenario.
Well, I would want to be there. Like, if I had a choice, I would go.
Yeah.
Would I jumped on the goalpost and tore it down? No. But if I was a normal kid, yeah, I would be like, I would have climbed.
Oh, you're not a normal. You can't be a normal kid. You're not a normal kid.
I would like to think I got some of my normal kid taken away from me through the years in college.
Sorry, you're special. You're special.
No,
right?
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in college, I was robbed of that normal experience. I'm grateful for the experience I had.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead.
No, because I take offense to that when people say that, because my friends and I talk about that all the time. And they make fun of me. I was like, no, like, I didn't have a normal college experience like a lot of college kids did. I wasn't able to go to Chipotle and get a burrito and not have to worry about people stopping me, or a kid flipping me off, or a kid hugging me.
I'm sorry that you were just so beloved, bro, or so hated, I guess, in the case of the guy flipping you off.
Yeah, there's a couple of haters, but there's a lot of lovers.
I'm sorry you couldn't go to Chipotle.
The thing is, I didn't like Chipotle. I like Pancheros, and then Pancheros did me dirty.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I have no ill will towards Chipotle or Pancheros. I'm just going to put that out there right now. Man, I don't know. I feel like Tennessee after that game has to be a bucket list place to go and watch a game, though.
I can only imagine what that downtown atmosphere was like. They literally carried the fucking goalpost downtown. Can you imagine, like, being downtown Ames, you see one of your goalposts just, oh, there's a goalpost from the game.
I feel like that. I didn't realize that was a thing that you could do anymore, like tearing the goalpost down. I don't feel like they do that.
I don't know how they did that. I saw a kid ripping it off.
It's been a long time since I've seen somebody do that and carry them out and all that shit. Like that was I feel like they've advanced in goalpost technology to the point where they shouldn't be able to rip them out of the ground.
My thing is, when I was watching the video, the goalpost falling down on the left side, like, someone had to have gotten hit by the goalpost, right? Because there's thousands of people. It is kind of crazy. Like, you look at what a group of people could do, though, like, when they exert their strength to one common goal.
Well, yeah, I was at Iowa State during the Visha riots in 2014 when they took down the light pole. I saw what people can do when they all put their mind towards something.
Yeah, but what's the point of that? A light pole?
Well, I mean, what's the point of tearing down the goalpost?
Because you were at like a unreal atmosphere, and it was a sporting event for history. Like, what's the point of?
Why does it have to be destructive? Why is that like our go-to setting in all scenarios? Is we just decide to start breaking things?
That is true. Like, when there's a lot of riots after like a Super Bowl win or Team wins an MLB,
People
NHL.
flipping cars. Yeah,
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
I don't really like it. It kind of scares me.
I mean, I guess it's just part of like. I mean, I don't know. It's not really celebrating to me, But I mean, people in Europe, I like die in like the soccer rallies and stuff like that after big wins and big losses. I think and getting fights with people and stuff like it's way more intense than it is in the United States, which is hard to believe, honestly.
They die, like they
There's
kill each
been people
other.
who have died. Yes, there's been people who have died in like
You got
riots and shit. Yeah.
you gotta elaborate. They like kill each other or they
Oh my god. Well, I don't think they're like killing each other where it's like like a battle royale after the game where all the fans start fighting, like gladiators. But I think
oh
that
that
they
would
get
be
into fights
insane.
outside of. I think they get into fights like outside of. Uh, yeah, football hooliganism. That's what it's called. Um, man,
Do
this
you
is a
think you could
really
kill a
big.
tiger or a lion when if you were put in the Rome Coliseum back in the day? Like you right now, the same person, if you went back to Rome and fought a tiger in the stadium.
With like weapon, do I get weapons?
You get a sword and you have your armor on. Are you taking on a lion or a tiger?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know that I would like die immediately, but I don't know. I'm not really a trained swordsman, you know. I probably not. I don't think I would. Do you think that you would?
Fuck no. The fact
Okay.
you even thought about it is kind of scaring me.
Well, I mean, I don't.
You gonna
There
kill
had
an
to have
exotic
been some
animal?
people. There had to have been some people who won, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're
Well,
you're
no
the
one.
one who posed the question, and now I'm the one who's out there killing exotic animals, right? Right.
Well, technically, Jared, no one really won because they're all dead. So, I mean, is there a true winner?
I mean, gosh. I mean, I guess so. That was like 1,000 years ago. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's the same, but I can't find 125 people dead in riots at Indonesian soccer match. This is from October 2nd.
I don't believe that.
At least one. This is from ABC News. At least 125 people died after a soccer match in Indonesia where police fired tear gas into crowds of rioting fans, causing a stampede, officials said. East Java Vice Governor Emil Dardak told a local news station Sunday that at least 125 died in the incident. Authorities revised the death toll after previously counting some fatalities twice. Local media reported about 180 others were injured. So 300 people were injured and 125 people died in a soccer match riot.
I don't believe that. Do we have like video and proof of it? Is there video
Well,
of
I'm
it?
sure they're. I don't know if they're. I don't want to watch video of people dying.
Why is that like a thing? Like, why do people record like the media? Something bad happens, they get their phone out. Is that just the new era we're in?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like ever since everybody wanted to get on World Star, it.
Oh, true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, man, shout out to
I just
World
find that
Star.
well, I feel like in any situation, like yeah, I mean, I'm prone to do it too. When there's a crazy event, I have my phone out. But why is that like that's like the first thing we go to now when we're in a like an important situation that we're like experiencing. We pull our phone out right away. Like why? Why not just witness the event? It's bizarre to me.
I just feel like everybody thinks that they're gonna save like a memory, but then you like, are the videos and things like that you ever take as good as the memory?
You're ruining
Just
the
like
memory,
seeing it.
aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I feel like everybody does it, It and is there like a right or wrong, you know? But realistically, are you? It's like the people who take a video at a concert, bro. Like, have you ever been to a concert and gone back and listened to the video that you took at the concert?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you? No, come on, man. Who does that? You're the okay. I guess you're that one weirdo. Then why are you like? Why are you questioning it? You know exactly why
I'm
people
not
do it.
question. I said I'm prone to do it too, but I'm saying it's weird. It ruins the experience. Trust me, like these last couple of years, I actually like I've tried to get off my phone like when I've like experienced cool things. It's hard to, but it's almost like the way I see it. The reason why I wanted to stop doing it because I see it like you're just saving a memory like to prove something. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, what's the point? Like, if you saw it and you know you did it or did whatever experience you did, why does it matter that anyone else knows?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. It's like, does anybody else care to see your video of like whatever like taking a video of somebody standing on the sidelines like at a football game or something like that, or your angle of like of whatever in a stadium. Does anybody care to see those things? I mean, I don't know. Maybe if they go viral on social media, but probably no one ever looks at those things again.
I mean, I like to look back on some of my stuff. Like, I went to a golf tournament. I like to see I was standing next to Tiger Woods, but now that while I was there, I wish I would have just experienced the moment. Have you seen that guy at the golf tournament? He had a Michelob Ultra in his hand. It was
No,
this summer. You never saw that? Oh,
no.
dude, there's this guy with a Michelob Ultra in his hand, and everyone had their phone out recording one of the golfers. I want to say it was Tiger. And
Oh yes, I did see this. Yeah,
uh,
and then they made like special editions of the cans, right?
yeah, can I share this stream so everyone sees it? Yeah. This is the coolest thing ever. Like actually really cool. I don't think I can do it. I lied. Never mind. I got it right here. Yeah, this thing is so sick. How cool is that?
Uh, there it is. That is
Like
crazy.
like literally every single person. Other I guess this guy isn't doing either. But he got like a huge deal with Michelob Ultra, I'm pretty sure. This is what I'm talking about. Like every single,
Good for
the
him, man.
the
Good for
single
him.
minute Tiger Woods walked by, like he was,
It's just the most random thing. It's just, dude. It's just like it came out that that guy who got pushed by Devontae Adams was his first day on the
yeah.
job. What are the odds that that would be that would ever happen to you?
I hope he doesn't have anything wrong with him, but like the fact that that's the case, I almost feel like
I should do an
he was born.
investigation while I'm in Kansas City. I'm here.
Yeah,
Like
you
I
should.
should.
You should roam the
I should see
streets
if
and
I
try
could
to find.
find him. I was to say I
Yeah,
should try and find him.
but it was almost like
Um,
since he was born out of the womb that he was meant to be pushed by him.
It
The
all was
way I
leading
see
up
it.
to when he was going to get
Well,
that from Devontae Adams because he just happened to walk in front of him that one time after Sunday Night Football or
think
Monday Night
about it,
Football, whatever
dude.
it was.
Every single moment of your life, of his life, brought him to that moment to get pushed.
God, hey, God's plan.
God,
God's plan.
it's crazy.
Oh man, I wish God's plan had led me in a similar direction, I suppose. All right, Jim Boeheim says the Big Ten sucks. I assume this is from ACC Media Days. Quote: "You can say all you want about the Big Ten. They sucked in the tournament. If you can't play in the tournament, then you're not good." Uh, are you calling cap on Jim Boeheim?
The thing I look at it like, I hate to bring this up because this is gonna come off really bad, but the guy killed someone. We don't even talk about it.
Jeez.
Is that bad to say? Like, I haven't heard anything about like what happened. He literally killed someone, and no one talks about it.
I mean, I think it was an accident. I don't know. I don't
I
want to
know.
be like I don't want to like get caught in defamation against Jim Boeheim, but I mean,
Well, it's
no,
not gonna be defamation. Like what he did
it's
kill.
all satire. It's all satire. And he did kill. Yeah, he did kill somebody.
I
You're right.
mean,
I don't know. I mean, I thought that it was an accident, wasn't it, when it
it
happened?
was an accident. Yeah.
Then what does that have to do with him saying that the Big Ten is not any good?
I don't know.
Just because he said the Big Ten's not any good, and where is he wrong? That they how
Well,
well
one,
has the Big Ten done well enough in the tournament for him to not make that comment?
well, first off, it kind of struck a chord, so I just thought I should bring it up because I think it hasn't been brought up enough. And two, I kind of agree, but I've decided to go with Route 1 instead of Route 2.
I just don't think it gets brought up enough.
I mean, seriously though, it does. It don't. No.
This is what I expect to hear.
This is so bad.
This is the next,
This is
no,
so
no, this is the next thing.
bad.
This is what I expect to hear. Next time, Sean McDonough load in. It's Big Monday.
This is so bad. We're talking
The
about
Syracuse Orange are welcoming the Duke Blue Devils tonight to the Carrier Dome. We've got 55,000 people packed in here for this Big Monday game here on ESPN. We do just want to remind you really quick, though, first, Jim Boeheim did once kill someone on accident while driving an automobile.
See, how hard is that?
Now we're going to bring in Jay Billis. Jay, can we get your analysis on tonight's game? That's how it's going to go.
Is that hard to do? That's all I'm saying.
Gosh, dude.
God, I'm gonna have bad karma come my way. I'm knocking on every piece of wood that I can right now. I can't believe I brought that up.
All because Jim Boeheim said that the Big Ten sucks, and even you admitted he might have been spitting a little bit. He might have made some good points.
He did. I guess I had 3 routes. I could have went those 2, and the third one I could have brought up that we did beat them at Syracuse. But I thought the first one was the most.
What was it like to
reasonable.
play in the Carrier Dome?
Dude, that is the weirdest gym to ever shoot in. You're playing. It's not even a gym. You're playing in a dome, and they cut the field like half, and they put stands at the 50-yard line, and then only half of the dome is around the court. And I mean, they get a lot of people there. There's celebrities at our game. Like we had Tim the Tap Man, the famous Twitch streamer at our game, sitting courtside. Pete Davidson goes to those games all the time. Like it's a cool environment, but
those are two really random celebrities to be associated with Syracuse basketball.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think Pete's from that area. Wait, no, he's from Staten Island. Where's Staten Island? Staten Island isn't by Syracuse. Yeah, it is. Isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know my New
here.
York geography. I don't know my New York geography. I just can't get over that. When you said I don't think people talk about that enough. All right. So the reason I'm here in Kansas City, I'm at Big 12 Media Days, and I was at the Women's Media Days today. Going to be up at the Men's Media Day tomorrow. But then we heard from the Big 12 commissioner today. He was talking about how the Big 12 wants to add more events in major cities so that they can showcase their brand and try and nationalize the conference. What are some cool things? And obviously, theoretically, that does mean potentially moving their championships out of Kansas City. They've got a deal signed through 2027. But like if they did in-season events, what's something you think that would be cool that they could do in maybe a New York or a Chicago or something like that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Big Ten tried to do a New York City Big Ten tournament. I think they're going back to DC or New York in the future. I haven't seen. I can't remember what years we're out to date, but I don't know, man. It just doesn't feel like Big Ten basketball when we went out to a different city. Like Big Ten basketball feels like where the heart of the country is in the Midwest, where most of the teams are. So I feel like Big 12 doing that, I don't know. In the Midwest makes sense because there are some. What is there? Is there just one Midwest team in the Big 12? 2?
Well, I mean, I guess Kansas and Kansas State.
It's Kansas in the Midwest.
Well, I mean, I would think
Wait.
so. I don't know. I guess I think of like Oklahoma State as the Midwest as well. And then
I am so bad with my geography.
And then they'll have Cincinnati starting next year too.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. conferences trying to expand, it makes sense because they're trying to get more money. And probably it's going to be a publicity stunt to get more teams lured into the conferences from how the Big Ten's been doing it. I don't know, though. I just think it's best for the conferences to stay where most of their fan bases are. And Kansas City obviously has been working, one of the spots working for Big 12. I don't know why they would change. So I don't know.
I do think it would be cool if they could do something like well, especially now that the Big 12 is going to have 14 teams for the next 2 years. If they did a Big 12, Big 10 weekend in Chicago where you had 14 Big 10 versus Big 12 games in different gyms in Chicago, how cool would that be cool? Do you think that would be cool?
I don't think that's logistically possible.
But if you could figure, okay, maybe it's not all the schools then, it's a handful of schools. You figure out a way to do like some double headers or something, back-to-back days.
Well, I'm just trying to think the gyms around in Chicago. I mean, you have Illinois, Chicago, it's right downtown area, United Center. I guess DePaul, Loyola, Chicago. I guess there's schools that you can make this work. I think it would be cool, but I think some fights might happen.
Some fights might happen. Why?
Yeah.
Between the fans or
between the fans? I feel like the more fan bases we bring in, the worse. In Big Ten, I feel like Big Ten and Big 12 are like the most outrageous fan bases.
Yeah, I think that us Big 12 people would rather go to New York and hang out with the ACC folks. They're much more cultured than you guys anyway.
No, I'm not. That's not what I don't even think. I mean, what schools I guess all the schools in the ACC have. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I don't think it's a good move. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I think it's a great move to stay at what's been working, but like Grandpa always said, when it's not broke, don't fix it.
I'm right there with you. All right, dumbass of the week. This is something else. This story comes from Germany via the Associated Press. Police in Germany said Friday they detained a man for resisting arrest and for biting a service dog. Officers were called to a dispute between two 29-year-old men and a 35-year-old woman in the western town. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to try and say it. Shortly after midnight, the trio acted in an extremely aggressive and uncooperative fashion. Police said in a statement, officers were only able to overpower one of the men using massive physical force. It said, in the course of resisting arrest, the 29-year-old man also bit a police dog, adding that the canine did not sustain any injuries. Meanwhile, the 35-year-old woman injured a police officer with a punch to the face. All three were detained and spent the rest of the night in jail to sober up. There's a lot going on here. First of all, why would someone's first reaction to being arrested and having a dog assist in that arrest be to bite the dog?
Doesn't that count as like what's the law when you hit an officer? I don't even know what the law is. I think if you do that to the canine, it's the same.
Well, it says biting a service
dog.
I didn't know that was something you could be charged with. Apparently, in Germany, that's a charge that you can.
Oh, this is in Germany.
Yeah, it's in Germany. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing that I thought was funny, where it said all three were detained and spent the rest of the night in jail to sober up. Like, it doesn't say anything about if they had to post a bail or if they've got to go to court or any of those things.
They're still there.
They just got charged, and then they just let them go home, and they said, "Hey, here you go."
No,
you got paid.
They're still in the drunk tank.
Still in the drunk tank.
I think they are.
Those are, and then the woman punched an officer too, which makes it even better. It's just like, come on, everybody.
I'm not gonna lie. I think to add to this dumbass of the week, we've had such troubles trying to find some the last couple of weeks, and I am making a correlation between people doing stupid shit in the summer towards doing stupid shit in the winter and fall. I think more people are violent during the summer, and this is my study. I would like to hear your thoughts.
Wasn't Mercury in retrograde?
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. Isn't that when people start doing weird shit? I think.
Was that summer?
Yeah, I think that was in the summer.
What does that though? What does that mean though? Like the mercury, like there's mercury in the water?
No, no, it's like the planet Mercury. It's like where it's in a certain spot in the sky and it makes everybody act weird. On September 9th, Mercury will go into retrograde for the third time in 2022. During this stretch, which ends on October 2nd, you may hear all sorts of things being blamed on the planet of communications retrograde period, from technology mishaps to misunderstandings with friends and loved ones. So basically, like 2 weeks ago,
So am I just
Mercury went out of retrograde. Yeah, now people aren't doing weird shit anymore.
so am I just like a damn genius now? Like what's going on? Like I just literally found in like this whole theory right now. This is mine. Can I claim this?
I don't. I don't believe so.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I am impressed that if you didn't know what that was and you just came up with that you know.
I didn't know that was a thing, honestly.
Well, that's why I thought when you brought it up, I thought you knew that's what that was. That's why you were bringing it up. I'm impressed. Yeah.
Wait. When was the last Mercury retrograde? I need to do some
Well, I just said it.
uh
What was it? September 9th through October
no
2nd?
no before that. When was the last time it happened?
Oh, they said it was the third time in 2022.
Did it happen like a few years ago again?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Like, I don't know the.
Mercury
Oh, it's going to go into
retrograde.
retro. It'll go into retrograde again, December 29th through January 17th. Yeah, it did go into retrograde 3 times last year.
What about 2020?
I don't see. I can't see it.
Dude,
Let
this
me go back
happens
to
like year
2020.
round. This is some bullshit. This doesn't even
This
seem
is just
real.
this just happens every year. Yeah, I don't think this is any big
This
deal.
is some nerd that just said Mercury's in this spot and put two violent crimes together and said, "Here's the facts." I don't even.
And now nobody's gonna do weird shit as a result.
This is so dumb. Like that. Honestly, it happens like 3 times every year with like a month. It's basically the whole year.
We better stock up on stories next time that it pops up.
When's the next time you said?
December 17th through like January 23rd or something like that.
Oh, that's during Christmas. No one can be violent during Christmas. It's the season of giving.
I don't know what to tell you. I will say, if anybody out there sees one that they want to submit, then send it to us on Twitter, and we'll talk about it on the show.
Yeah, we need some fan submissions. I'm getting tired of kicking Jared's ass and winning dumbass of the week every single week. It's getting old. It's like 2 weeks ago, the one I brought up. That was just superior to yours.
I don't think we talked about Jim Boeheim enough.
I really don't think. No, honestly.
Thanks
Satire.
everybody for listening.
Satire.